Hey, hello everybody. This is Pat Dees, and we're on my channel, Money Me. I just downloaded the desktop of Webull. I've been using Webull pretty much on the mobile app, but I've seen the charting software that's available. So I basically want to kind of share it with you guys and see what it does and learn myself and share it with the audience and see what it has to offer as far as the different things that you can do and looking at different charts and pulling up different stocks and quotes like that. So I download it. I'm going to share it with you guys. Hey, if you're interested in signing up with Webull, you can earn 2 free shares of stock. You can Google, Facebook. The company has to be at least $2.5 billion. There's a referral link in the description. Click on that, and I get a free share of stock too. It's a random thing. I got 4 free shares so far, and I got Southwest Energy, a gold company, and Zigna, the company that. Hey, Billy, thanks for stopping. It's late here. It's about 1 o'clock when I'm filming this, but I did download a new desktop version of Webull, so I'm going to be testing that out, and so that's what I'm doing here to see how it operates. I don't have tomorrow. I'll be looking, and I may use this in the future so that when I'm pulling up different charts and looking at stocks throughout the day, when I do my 1500 challenge to see how things work with this. So what the heck? I'll go this time, and so let's share the screen. Okay. So as you can see, I downloaded. If you guys are watching this on the replay, I would appreciate you guys comment below or leave me a thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it. So here is CVS. This is the stock. Hey, Craig, what's up? I downloaded the Webull desktop. So what I'm doing is just testing it and seeing what I can do. What was happening is when I was using some of the sites in a sense that were free, they're not necessarily free because they only allow you a couple minutes to kind of use the chart. So I wanted to really get to a point where I can really use the tools of the brokers that they have to offer. So I have a small account with Webull. It only has about $300 in it, but that's all you need. There's watch list up here. So let's add a symbol. Let's add Roku. Can we add so Roku? Now is it on the watch list? No. So I think what we need to do is when we do that, we need to star it. So if we star it here, oh yeah, right there. Now it's on the watch list. And I think the E that is coming up there is showing, looks like earnings are going to be coming out. So now can we click how much add to, oh, okay, there it's on there. Okay, yeah, I like that. Now you can click on. So let's add a couple symbols that I follow. I did sell CVS today, but I am going to probably be trading it. eBay is one of the stocks so we'll put eBay. We'll put Texas Roadhouse, my watch list. We'll put Dollar General, my watch list. We'll put XEC, Cinerex Energy. That one's been doing very well for the portfolio, and all these we have owned or personally do own. So just to make that full. Oh, no problem. Thanks, Billy. Yeah, Billy, I want to do, like I said, have you come on sometime and we could talk collectible coins and money and stuff like that. So I'd appreciate that. So thank you. Okay, so now the watch list. Are there 2 watch lists? Okay, Apple, Google was already on there. Roku, eBay, Texas Dog. Did it take? Oh, my watch list, all stocks. So wait a minute. EXEC, is that on there? Yeah, Dollar General, Picard. Oh, yeah, I wonder what happened. I was looking away a second. PCAR. My watch list. Okay, there it is. I must have not hit both buttons. So Texas Roadhouse is on there. CVS is on CVS. I'll add CVS. CVS Health. I don't. It's funny because when I see it that way, I don't think of CVS Health. Another two stocks I'm following in a separate account, but I haven't mentioned them yet, is Ecornia Corporation. They basically are a tracking company that tracks cannabis sales. So, from what I understand, the government is probably going to utilize them to keep track of, the cannabis sales, the pot sales in the country. And VERU is a pharmaceutical company. So now, see, I clicked that too fast, so it didn't go on. There it goes. Okay, so now we created a watch list. My watch list. Okay, it's on there. Oh, there we go. So earnings are coming out. Okay, so estimated earnings. It shows 218. So tomorrow, now we are already on 217. Texas Roadhouse is supposed to come out, and it shows the volume. XEC, they're supposed to come out with earnings on the 22nd. I really like a lot of energy stocks. Now this is today's chart. It had hit a high of 54. Okay, so let's see oh yeah, you can do Bollinger Bands. Now this is probably a 1 minute chart. Line style, yeah, candles. I like the candles. You can look up options. Analysts. So oh yeah, that's nice. So basically and I like that this doesn't get timed out. So you can look on it and you can see what basically through Webull what the analyst price target is. Currently the stock is 53.63. I recommended it at 46.88. So it's already up almost 20% since I recommended it, and that's only in 2 weeks. So that's a nice return. Order flow, large scale orders, financials, news. Oh yeah. So there's a lot of things in here that you can dig into if you really into looking into stocks. Okay, now down here is the range. So we're gonna do a 6 month chart. So that stock was down in October 25. It kind of when it broke out here. You can see when it broke out here, there must have been an earnings date in here. If we dig a little bit, it popped from 27 to 32, so it popped 5 points. And it's had a nice little run. It's still corrected some though, but I think it has obviously further to go because I'm going to show you range. Let's go out 1 year. Yeah, it's breaking out. It's breaking out. Let's go out 5 years. So it's still got a lot of room to run. Basically, it's 54. The next target should honestly. We should be around 61, 62. 50, yeah. I could see it definitely. Boy, I like these. I like this. Now I wonder if I could change this instead of having a white chart. Let me see. Customize. We can make it a dark chart. Oh wow, they even have things. You can do trade multiple stocks for day traders. Normal. This is normal. I'm going to keep it with normal just because I don't obviously know enough about this to. What I want to figure out is how to make this darker. Sometimes the darker makes it. Oh, okay. Here's a learning center. So what can we do? Frequently used features. Okay, so let's play some of this stuff here then. Frequently used features, chart indicators. Okay, the widget can be added a blank layout in the default. The chart widget, indicators. Oh, now I wonder if there's a little. Is there a little video here? Next. Okay, so there's a lot of little things that you can dig into. To what is a widget? It tells exactly the different things that you can do. Oh, cool. Hot stocks, heat maps. So there's going to be a lot of things that you're going to be able to. Oh, custom layouts, miniature layouts. Now I just got to figure out how to create a darker. Let me see. And what there's a little. Okay. All right, so that's the learning. Oh, yeah. Did you? Is that a? Can we play that?
Desktop app is here. Meet version 4.0. With this brand new update, the desktop version of our platform has become fully customizable.
There's a little bit of a, yeah, okay.
Simply move your mouse over to any of the widget boxes to find the resize cursor. You can choose to expand or minimize the boxes to your liking. Not only can you customize the size, you can rearrange the widget boxes to your convenience. For example, if you would like to change the location of the news widget, simply drag it out of its banner and place it anywhere on the screen. If you are not interested in a specific widget, simply right-click on the box and select Remove Widget to hide it. On the top of the desktop app, click on Widgets to add new widgets to your screen. Select the widgets you would like added to your screen and complete it by clicking on Add Widget. The Widgets box will appear as a pop-up window on the screen, and you can place it anywhere to your liking. If you want to restore the current layout to default setting, click on Layouts on the top of the desktop app and click Reset Current Layout. This will revert your current layout to the original setting with all the default widgets. Update your Webull desktop app and experience the fully customizable world of the Webull desktop version 4.0.
Okay, I guess you could tell by that it's Chinese or Asian, because the English wasn't that great as far as. Oh, I wonder if I can use this. Now let's go back. There we go. Now we made it darker. There we go. But what, basically what she was saying in that 2-minute tutorial thing there is how you can customize some of these things and add. But I do like the darker screen. I like how it looks. It's easier on the eyes, in all honesty. So I do like that. There's just going to be so much to do with this. You can pull up options. One of the stocks I was looking at, Tesla. I didn't do any option trades this week yet, and I may not. But Tesla, 796. Now that's weird. Now that price is not right there. See what it's saying? It's 47. So why is it doing that? So that's kind of that's my concern. Let's go daily. Okay, no, it's still 411. Why is it doing that? So 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute. Okay. Hey, Goose, what's up, buddy? I downloaded the Webull desktop, and I am playing around with it and doing like a little tutorial on the moneyme channel just to kind of show how these things are working, and I'm learning myself exactly. And honestly, some of this stuff, it's good to learn when the market is closed. And what I want to do is maximize the tools. I don't know, Goose, if you're doing anything. If you sign up for Webull, in my description, you can get free stock. You only need to put like $150 into the account. I'm not sure if you're doing any trading or any long-term investing, but range year to date, this is yeah. I think Tesla's starting to look like it wants to go down. I really do. I really think we could get down to 700, 796. It's starting to look now, but the price. The problem with these is the options are so damn expensive. Even the March 5th. Let's close these out. The March 5th. Let's go out 30 contracts. March 5th, 7. Yeah, the 720s are 1450. Let's go out one more 17 700s. Problem is it's so volatile, but they're 1095, 1135. So let's last was 1118. So so one contract would be $1,100, but that stock gets moving. I tell you, in the next week. Right now, the stock closed at 796.22, so it was down 2.5%. 795, those basically right at the money. It's the contract's worth $40. So if we get this, if this stock gets down to 750, 750s are 40 points, 45 points out of the money, and they're worth 22. So basically, if the stock gets to be 750, basically what would happen is these would double. The 700s would double in the next week. So if mark my word, if Tesla gets down to 750, these are going to be worth. Now, obviously, it could go back to 850, and they're going to be worthless. But I'm not recommending stocks. Or options today on this video. This is just learning how to use Webull's desktop software. I've traditionally been just since I signed up, been doing it on the my mobile. I mean, look, this stock was a monster beast. $70 to 900 in under 12 months. I mean, that's just phenomenal. What I want to do is learn how to use all these tools on here. And what I like is because, see, what happens is with using this with Webull too, is there's no advertisements in the background that are popping up, and it has a nice clean cut look on the if I'm digging in. Now I wish I could actually had it that, see, that's small, but I wish I had it that instead of me over to the left, I can make it big and then have me a little bit down in the corner here, just a little bit down in here, so that you could still see the big screen. I've seen other people do that, but they must be they're not using StreamYard. They're using some OSB, type of the news. Bill Gates said, there's a lot here. You could click on news stories, drag them over here. So Tesla made waves earlier this month by announcing it had purchased $1.5 billion in Bitcoin. And the move sent the cryptocurrency higher and impressive profit. Yeah, so they're basically saying that more money was made from the crypto than they've made off electric cars. So I really like this, but like I said, I got to learn it. The markets. Okay, so it's showing what was in the green. The S&P, the Dow looks up slightly, or was that the close today? Oh no, ET futures, Forex. Yeah. Yeah, U.S. shale could face weeks of depressed oil production due to cold. So there's a lot of tools on here. You know, if you, once you get to learn them, and you know, the thing is, I only follow. If I only follow, let's say 20 stocks, you can't follow 100 stocks. Now I'm okay. Oh wow, what is that? Only five. This is all these different. Look at that. All these different companies. How you can click on now screeners. Oh, okay. So what you can do is you can make this is a screener. So United States, all exchanges, market caps of 1.3 billion to 5.4 billion dollars, and then it pulled up 1,229 different companies. So it's a nice screener that if you looking for a certain market cap of a company and criteria that you could use it to filter paper. Oh, you can pretend if you want to do like paper trading. See, account, customize, different screeners, markets, stocks, my watch list. This is the one that's been hurting me, but you know it is what it is. You know that option trade. 3 story go to buy. See, oh, 7 stocks that could crash if they show weakness. Hopefully, Roku. I don't want it to crash, but just pull back some because honestly, it's been killing me as far as just got in it too much. It's not on that list though. Of there. Yeah, they're basically talking about how Fubu is basically now. Is Zach saying to buy Roku before? Well, let's listen to this. Let's see what they have to say. Yeah, sometimes exactly. I agree, Chris. It can be too many. But when I'm doing these streams and want to kind of show people different things, just a chart or just look up a quote, you got to have the right tools to do it. But yeah, I don't need all those widgets. So let's hear what they have to say.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Full Court Finance here at Zacks. I'm your host, Ben Rains. And today we're taking a look at some growth-focused tech stocks to possibly consider buying ahead of their upcoming earnings releases. And that is Shopify, Roku, and Fiverr. But before we get into everything, I want to say remember to subscribe and leave a review wherever you listen to your podcast. And make sure to check out our new Zacks.com/promo page for a look into some of our services, portfolios, and more. So before we jump into those 3 growth-focused tech stocks, it's always nice to start with
Shopify
a broader market overview. So the S&P 500 hit new records on Tuesday morning, and the fundamentals appear to provide a pretty bullish setup for the rest of 2021. So I'm just going to quickly go over the broader bullish case before we then jump into Roku, Shopify, and Fiverr. So first, the Fed once again has committed to doing all it can to boost the economy and the market. As the coronavirus still hurts so many businesses, this means that low interest rate environment likely sets up that TINA, or there is no alternative buying, for the foreseeable future. Meanwhile, the prospects of increased government spending under the new Biden administration seem pretty likely, and the coronavirus vaccine rollout could help the hardest hit areas of the economy within that travel and leisure area rebound by the end of the summer. And the fourth quarter earnings results have come in far better than expected, and positive guidance continues to set up in a bullish case and justify why the market's able to climb to new highs again and again and again to start 2021. So overall, the S&P 500 earnings have turned positive for the fourth quarter. This has been driven by the tech giants, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet, as well as some other strong showings throughout the index. And as we mentioned, the first quarter outlook for 2021 continues to improve. So at the moment, our Zacks estimates are calling for Q4. So the current quarter that we're seeing reports for right now, we're calling for about 3% earnings growth on about 2.6% higher revenue. So just to give you a sense of how quickly that's changed from where we were. Just so in mid-December, we were calling for a earnings decline of over 11% for Q4, and now we're calling for about 3% growth, and then all the way up to 18% growth in the first quarter of 2021. And then against that easy to compare Q2 of 2021, we're calling for 48% bottom line expansion. So that gives a really positive setup for the earnings outlook, along with all of the other bullish fundamentals we discussed. And we talked about how tech is continuing to shine and able to grow despite all of the
thanks for everyone that's joined us. What we're doing is we're
remaining for many
doing some stuff with the Webull desktop.
So with this in mind, we are going to jump
tutorial.
into
We were showing
Shopify,
how the charts
trades with a ticker
and basically
Shop,
how we can go on there and
the company
do
was one of the
downloads
stars as the market surged
look
off
up
those
news.
March lows
So we're
of last
listening
year.
to the
This
latest
is
on
alongside
Zach's
Zoom Video and
on
others that
free
were able
stocks.
to benefit from those coronavirus conditions. The stock has soared about 175% in the last year, and it had cooled off over the last 6 months or so until it started breaking out of a slump at the end of January, and it's now up about 30% since January 29th to sit right at all-time highs. And this is heading into the release of its Q4 results that are due out actually before the opening bell on Wednesday, February 17th. So on this shortened week, we're seeing Shopify set to report Wednesday morning. So tomorrow morning, depending on when you're listening to this, before the opening bell. So now let's dive into why Shopify might be worth buying right now. Digital commerce has been growing for years, and we all know that the pandemic helped spur the broader adoption among many businesses that maybe had been holding out on really ramping up their e-commerce and digital futures. This is the massive expansion that's set to benefit FedEx and help Amazon continue to gobble up more market share. And despite everyone from Target and mom and pop shops rolling out various e-commerce offerings, it's still the early days. So e-commerce accounted for only 14% of total U.S. retail sales in the third quarter. That was down from a record of 16% in the second quarter of last year. And it's up from the 2019 levels, but still at under far less than 20% of total domestic retail sales. Digital commerce clearly has miles of runway left to grow. With this in mind, Shopify helps companies adapt to the future of retail, and they've been doing this for over a decade, and they claim to power more than 1 million e-commerce businesses. Many of those are obviously small entrepreneurial businesses, but the firm helps build and maintain and grow e-commerce presence, and they make money from recurring subscription fees and add-ons. They currently offer different tiers, one that's aimed at entrepreneurs, as we mentioned, and then as well as small and medium-sized businesses, and then one that's geared to that higher volume merchants in bigger businesses. So the most basic package starts at about $29 for sellers with a 2.9% transaction fee. The company's also continued to partner with heavyweights from retail, such as Walmart, as well as the tech world, such as Facebook. And it was already on a pretty nice long run before the coronavirus. So Shop stock had surged from $30 a share in 2016 all the way over to $500 before the coronavirus crash. So before any of this, and Shopify's sales had grown as well. So 2019's roughly 50% revenue growth actually was its slowest since it went public in 2015 at 50%. So with this in mind, the company is expected to see its revenues grow about 80% in the fourth quarter to about $910 million, which is projected to lift its adjusted earnings by 181% to $1.21 per share. Meanwhile, full year 2020 revenue is projected to climb 81% to about $2.9 billion, with its earnings per share projected to jump all the way from 30 cents to $3.69 per share. And this top line growth of what we're calling for is 81% this year would beat, as we mentioned, 47% last year, 60% the year before, and 73% the year before that. So big growth is expected. And then if we look ahead to next year, the company is expected to climb another 32%, or about $910 million above our 2020 estimate. So continuing to grow. Obviously, it's hard to recreate the conditions of this year, but to grow by 900 million in sales over this year's projection is still pretty impressive. The company has also consistently crushed our earnings estimates, including some really big beats during the pandemic. And its broader earnings revisions help it land a Zacks rank number 2 buy.
No, I did not.
With this in mind, it does trade a solid premium.
There's a guy I follow though that did
Etsy, but
I had till rate at $8, Chris.
Outlooks might want to consider
and sold it way too early.
Since businesses, big and small, must grow online in order to thrive. And we should note that about 15 of the 27 brokerage recommendations we have at Zacks come in at a strong buy, with 11 more at a hold. So analysts are pretty high on Shopify. Obviously, there could be some near-term selling pressure with the stock climbing so much heading into its earnings release on Wednesday. And that's actually going to turn out to be the case with all three of the stocks we're talking about today. So long-term investors, certainly there's some more legs left in Shopify, but there could be some big near-term selling pressure, even if it's able to, quote unquote, impress Wall Street with a big beat or strong guidance. It's gone on such a big run. So now we're going to move on to streaming company Roku. And that trades in the ticker that's actually its name, ROKU. And it is set to release its fourth quarter fiscal 2020 financial results after the market closes on Thursday, February 18th. So after the closing bell on Thursday, the 18th, we're going to go over Roku's simple pitch to investors in Wall Street and consumers. So Roku, which went public back in 2017, sells small devices that plug into TVs that allow users to watch streaming TV content from various services. The company also sells tech that's built into smart TVs from various companies. So Roku was the number one selling smart TV in terms of OS. So its operating system built into TVs from various companies. And they're not selling their own Roku televisions, but they are Roku-enabled TVs. The company said they were the number one smart TV in the U.S. in 2020 with nearly 40% market share. The company's also selling wireless sound systems that compete in a market alongside Sonos and others. And along with its devices and its streaming TVs, Roku is able to make money from advertising by selling ad space across its marketplace. This allows marketers to buy targeted ads, promote their various streaming offerings, and more. And it's able to attract advertisers through its Roku channel that allows users to watch free ad-supported streaming movie and TV shows. So this is really going to be the big pitch to investors going forward, is that ability to attract advertisers. As more and more people disconnect from legacy media, advertisers need to find consumers wherever they are, and they are on these digital platforms. So Roku also landed in early January the streaming rights to all of the short form shows that the now defunct Quibi created. So this could help it add users to that Roku channel, as we just mentioned, while continuing to increase its appeal to advertisers. And we should also note that it's slowly trying to expand its international business as well. So with this in mind, the company did release some of its preliminary Q4 results already. So it said it added 14 million, or about 38% more active accounts in 2020 to end the year with 51.2 million. And its streaming hours climbed about 55%. And if we look as a whole, sort of the broader streaming revolution that helped propel Netflix, one of the best performances of the last decade, was clearly accelerated by the pandemic. And as we mentioned, it's the future of television going forward. So Roku said that roughly 33% of U.S. households have cut traditional pay TV, and some projections call for that figure to climb by over 50% by the end of 2024. Netflix had a booming year in 2020. It ended the year with over 204 global paid subscribers. We saw Disney destroy its own original growth outlook since Disney Plus launched in November of 2019. The company initially projected that it would hit between 60 to 90 million subscribers by 2024, and it already hit 95 million by the end of January. So this was when they just released their results last week. So they were calling for.
Thanks for joining us. We're basically are doing a Webull tutorial on their
and now
site.
they're forecasting that they could get all the way up to 260
we're listening to a
million
little bit of a
by
tech analyst for 3 companies' earnings that I was able to pull
it's
off
not
of
just
Webull.
Disney and Netflix. You know, Apple's in the space, Amazon Prime is obviously in the space, HBO Max, NBC Universal's, Peacock. We have various other services, and Roku stands to benefit from all of this growth. And it doesn't really matter if any of these come out as the winner, but it's also always worth pointing out that it's not an Apple TV or an Apple Music versus Spotify thing here, where lots of people have multiple services. So there's not just going to be one Netflix winner, because people who have Netflix also might have Amazon Prime and HBO and Disney Plus. So those bills can rack up, but that digital space is continuing to grow. And obviously Wall Street has loved this stock. It's up nearly 900% in the last 3 years. This includes a 260% jump in the last 12 months and a 20% climb since the end of January. And we saw it hit new records on Tuesday of about $487 per share for Roku. This large run has put it in that overbought threshold in terms of the relative strength index. So it sits just over 70, when 70 is often considered that overbought area, and then any number below 30 is considered oversold. And it's rarely gone below 50 during the past 10 months. So it swung between 50 to 70 till it gets a little sold off, and it's sort of oscillating in that area. So therefore, there could be some near-term selling pressure, even if Roku posts strong results and provides strong guidance. As I mentioned, it's the same with Shopify, and it's going to be the same with the last company we talked about, Fiverr. So looking back quickly before we look ahead, Roku's 2000.
Okay, I'm familiar with Shopify and Roku. Fiverr, I'm familiar with too, but I did want to play those two to kind of. I mean, that's a nice little feature too, to be able to click on one of these. I mean, really, if you're going to get in depth of wanting to learn about your company, and there's just so much it seems like you can do on this. I am, as you guys know, short Roku, and I've actually lost a lot of money on it, but I'm hoping to eventually I'm not going to give up. I did take a loss because I had to answer a margin call, but I did cut my position by about 60%. So I still own a small position, short position, and I do have some puts that expire next month. At the end of the day, if I can try to recoup around $800 to $1,000 a month in the Roku position of the loss, I'll be fine with that. I will look for trading opportunities. But with that being said, there may be times that I go long with it too. So I won't always be short with it. I will probably, if at certain times, if it in other words, if it pulls back, let's say 150 points, I may step in and then go long on that position. So. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys are watching this in the replay, give me thumbs up. We are going to be using the Webull trading platform to pull up charts and do things in the future. I do appreciate your support. Again, down below in the description, if you're looking to sign up for Webull, you can get some free stock. Click on the link, and there you go. I think you'll have to put about $150 in, and you can earn up to $1,800 in free stock. So it's a random thing, you know. I mean, you're pretty much guaranteed to get any company that's worth $2.5 billion. So I appreciate you guys watching. Goose, Billy, Craig. I know this is a little late. It's 1:30 in the morning East Coast time. I just wanted to record this late at night instead of while the market's open. A lot of times people are busy during the day. They can't necessarily always watch this. So I do appreciate all of your support. You guys have a great day.